All right, we're here with 1-0 Lindsay Williams from the Minnesota Martial Arts Academy. She's taking a little bit of a hiatus right now. We're recovering from a knee injury. Thanks for coming, Lindsay, and thanks for coming in here with the booth. And what do you think so far? The first fight was pretty good.
I gotta tell you, Jeremy, I'm happy to be here. That first fight, went to 3 rounds, and I was excited to see what was going on here. We got a couple guys that are excited to take down and grapple, which was great. I like seeing guys that really want to go down and go to the ground and work that unique technique. That's hard to. It's a difficult sport. It really is.
It is, and the ground is something that. It's a very frustrating place to be when you can't work your game, even if you know what you're doing there. And I think that last fight was pretty interesting. It seemed like even though Jamie Nas was the high-level jiu-jitsu guy, Jonathan dominated with athleticism. I
really think that athleticism says a lot. He was able to get those takedowns, and
switched levels very fast. His last fight he didn't look very comfortable, and then he lost pretty quickly. And tonight you could tell it was like. He got those first fight jitters out of him. Some people, it takes a couple of fights to get into a groove and get yourself going.
Well, you got to learn from your mistakes. And I don't know if that's attributable to his corner or whether it's just him having that drive to work harder. But it says a lot that he was able to overcome those faults. And
yeah, and what's interesting about this fight we have coming up here is we got right now coming to the ring Victor Cabadas. Now, Victor's 1-0. He won on our last show. He got a submission guillotine. Trains over at Impact. He's a local kid, pretty close to here. It'll be interesting to see how he does. I know Buckner's an academy guy. I believe he's a blue or a purple belt. Is he a purple?
He's a purple now. Yeah. Yeah, he got his purple, I think, last spring. And, he loves to just grapple. He's a jiu-jitsu player, but he really loves his Thai boxing as well. So it'll be interesting to see how he's put everything together in the past year, because a lot has happened for him in the past year. He started fighting, and he's been, he got his purple belt. So I'm really eager to see how he puts it all together in the cage with mixed martial arts.
Has he ever, what do you call it? Have you seen him fight before? Because I know I haven't. I know he fought a few times up north for a smaller promotion, but I never seen the fights. I never watched them. I've heard that a lot of people are actually scared to fight him because when you go to the academy page, he's on there as a coach. They start thinking he's coaching all the badasses over there. I think he was more coaching the kids there, than anything. But so I think that he's gonna have to come in here tonight, and I think he's the favorite going in with his his technical skills. But we'll see if he can fight. Doing jiu-jitsu, doing Thai boxing, that's a lot different than MMA fighting. It will be interesting to see how Hayden puts this together, puts his skills together.
Yeah, so we're seeing this Victor character come into the cage, and he looks physically all there, he looks mentally all there. He looks ready, but I know Hayden's been working really hard. He's got some very, very technical people in his corner as far as Thai boxing and jiu-jitsu, and he's been working on this for quite a while. I've seen him grapple. He's done fairly well at jiu-jitsu tournaments. And as far as Thai boxing, I know that's his art. And he's been sparring with a lot of our fighters over at the academy, so he's been working really hard. He's been pushed to the limit. They're always pushing him to do better because he has the will to work. And when you have that, it says a lot for you, because there's a lot of people that don't have that. They just kind of want to fight. And if there's people that are out there seeing his profiles and seeing what he does online and they're afraid of him, well, then they shouldn't be fighting anyway.
That's what I laugh pretty hard at that stuff. I've never been much of an internet, fact finder. If you're a fighter and someone's on the equal level as you, especially as an amateur, you damn well should step in there and fight them. And, I think the thing about Hayden is, if he can come out here and look good tonight and maybe put together a win, he's going to be right in that title picture for us at 145 as one of the top prospects. And a lot of it is because he's at the academy, of course. Those guys, when they work hard, they can grow fast with the kind of teammates and coaching they have. So this will be interesting. I'm actually excited to see this fight. Victor's first fight, he fought Dale Walters, who, doesn't have the best record, but Victor came out with a lot of energy, a lot of explosion, and just a lot of spirit, a lot of fighting spirit. And I think he'll bring that here tonight, too.
Yep. Well, I guess we'll see, Jeremy.
Dude, what do you think Hayden's plan is here going to be? Now, I know you said he's a high-level grappler, but his Thai boxing isn't bad either. Do you think he'll shoot for a takedown right away?
I don't know exactly what's in his head, but my guess is he's going to try and start it on the stand-up. if he can, he's going to look for that takedown because, I mean, I've sparred with Hayden. He'll go for that takedown. And if he gets it, he gets it. If he doesn't get it, he's going to find another way to take you down.
What is he more of a jiu-jitsu style takedown where he tries to get a hold of you, or has he got an explosive step at all? Or what does he try to do?
It's almost like he works for that single leg, but it's not 100% there.
Here we go. Victor with a lot of movement. Put himself against the cage right away. Looks like Victor tried to catch him with something big. Nice leg kick.
Hayden's working on that ring control. It's great.
Hayden's really controlling the center of that cage right now. Coming forward with nice shots. Nice left hand. Oh, Victor took a really heavy left hand. He is definitely trying to set up Hayden for something big here, Lindsay.
Oh.
Looks like he's a little bigger hitter than Hayden is.
He's looking to really keep his placement up top.
Oh, that was a nice left hand. Wow, Victor's wild and oh, nice head kick by Hayden. That got Victor's attention really fast. You're starting to see
Hayden's coming into this fight looking at a lot of Thai boxing, just a lot of kicks.
You're starting
and
to
punches.
see when he gets his position and when he gets him where he wants to get him, he's really letting his hands and feet go. Victor's a little more athletic and long, and he's swinging harder. But he's not landing. You know, he's gonna have to land a big shot to change his fight.
Right high.
Victor with the takedown. He's going to want to be careful here from what I hear about Hayden. Hayden with a nice transition. Now Hayden's right where he wants to be right now. Right in his own corner with, expert corners in there. Great advice from Nat McIntyre over there. Nice transition by Victor.
Now I want you to go high. Go high.
I almost get concerned watching these guys that are willing to let their opponent get up, and Victor just let Hayden get up.
I think his corner kind of told him, like, if you take it a takedown, I think sometimes it's smart to shoot on a takedown on someone that's easy to take down, but get back up. There's a lot of points to be scored that way. Some people, they take someone down and then they don't get up. I actually think that, if it's dangerous on the ground, I don't think Victor's going to submit him on the ground at all. I think it might not be the worst move because
that's completely fair.
As long as you're confident enough that you're going to be able to get the takedown and get back up.
Yeah.
Pretty quick.
But Victor's on the ground.
Yeah. Should be just about done with this round, I would think.
Yeah, we see a lot from this half guard position, but it's tough when you're in an amateur position. You can't use those short elbows, or you're limited.
And even off your back, you're limited too. That same, you can't use those elbows to defend. Right. So it definitely is a different game at the amateur level than the pro when it comes to, how you're going to defend yourself and your offense, from the ground. This is going to be a tough round to score, Lindsay. I think Hayden won it. I think Victor landed one really nice shot. Other than that, there was nothing really clean enough to score. And Hayden landed that really nice head kick. He got a little bit better of it on the ground. I think I'm going to have to give this round to Hayden in a good round.
I would agree with that. I mean, it is very a tough round to score, but I would give it to Hayden just based on where it started, the takedowns, and then how Hayden finished it. He was striking hard from the top position.
I like Victor's spirit, though. Like I said, he's got a lot of spirit. He's got a little bit of moxie to him on his stand-up. I mean, it's not near as technical as Hayden's, but he's got that long left hand, and he's not afraid to launch. That could be a game changer if it lands.
Right. As a southpaw, I mean, you have that advantage, whereas most of your opponents are going to be orthodox fighters. That's just a fact. And when you can make that work to your advantage, that's huge. But it does take a while to really figure that out, because I know at the academy we have a decent amount of southpaws for Hayden to spar with, and I'm sure he's been working his butt off with them.
Yeah, this will be interesting. I wonder if he even knew going into it was a southpaw, because Victor's first fight, not much went on. The guy shot at him and he guillotined him. So sometimes you go in there and you're like, oh shit, he's lining up. Excuse my language. He's lining up southpaw. We have a different fight than I expected here. So with guys like the lefties that you guys have there, there's just Richmonds, and there's so many come to mind. I think that. Hey, look at Victor. He's. I'm not sure he's all the way there mentally,
No, I don't know. Maybe he's just in it for the... I don't know, for the endorphins, really.
He's kind of circling, but he's looking for that big shot. He's trying to get Hayden in a bad position. Nice kick, a nice right hand counter by Hayden. Hayden's really starting to find his range.
It's interesting because Victor is clear. He's willing to throw a big shot.
Yeah.
But he doesn't think about the repercussions 100%.
No.
So, and now, hey, we might see another guillotine.
I think Hayden's guillotine is in there. That looks pretty deep. His hands are tight. Yeah, I think he's got this.
Yeah.
We'll see how good Hayden's purple belt jiu-jitsu is. Yeah, that's going to be tough to get out of. That's a yeah. There it is.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
Very nice job by Hayden. He was in a tough fight tonight. I think he showed his worth, and the crowd's loving it too.
I mean, great job by Hayden Buckner. He kept his cool. He kept his head against someone who was clearly, ready to get in there, ready to rumble. And that's half the battle right there.
It's a little scary too, Lindsay, when you fight someone that is winging shots like that at you, and you know they're with horrible intentions. They're not trying to score points. They're trying to land one.
Right.
So it kind of slows you down sometimes, and you might not be able to fight your fight a little bit because you're like, all right, when I come in, I can't come in quite as reckless, or I got to be a little more careful coming in. And I thought that Victor did a good job of that in the round one early, and then Hayden's technique took over. And great performance, and I think Hayden is the guy that we'll definitely want back and getting that title hunt picture.
Hey, I agree with you 100%, Jeremy. I mean, Hayden kept his cool, he kept his head, and he did the right things when he was under pressure. He listened to his corner, and honestly, it worked out well for him. I mean, he got that guillotine, and when you get that submission, you can make your opponent tap. I mean, game over. That says a lot for you. It
was a really nice standing guillotine. I think Victor was pretty tired. I'm not saying he was looking for a way out, but I think that he was happy with the way out.
You know what?
Let's go to Mike.
After 41 seconds in the second round, the winner by guillotine choke, Hayden Buckner.